Hi friends, I'm sitting here editing videos and realizing I never recorded an intro. So hi, my name is Catherine. I am the creator of the spiritual lifestyle brand, The Evolutionary Empress. I am an intuitive guide and coach, certified in human design, Akashic Records reader, and I use the tarot to guide my clients through radical transformation. I'm obsessed with sparking radical transformation in you. If you speak human design, I am a 4/6 ego manifestor. Everything I do on this channel will be dedicated to those things. What I have in this video for you is the full moon in Aquarius information, specifically about its activation in gate 60. Again, human design lens is the way I see the world. So the first 10 or so minutes of this video is going to be information about the moon, and then we're going to go into some tarot. So I'll have everything linked below, timestamp wise, or anything I reference, but I just wanted to say hello, welcome you to my channel, and I cannot wait to talk about the moon with you. Hi friends, my name's Catherine of the Evolutionary Empress, and this is your full moon in Aquarius energy check-in. So the full moon in Aquarius is actually going to be activating gate 60 in our human design chart. That is the gate coming off the root center that connects to gate 3, which is located in the sacral center. So what does this mean? Well, this moon is bringing with it the energy. It's very much the siren song energy. It's going to be distracting in, I guess, one of two ways. You could either feel yourself being very distracted from your routine, distracted from the mundane, distracted from your work. You could find yourself feeling distracted, or like you need to distract yourself from your emotions. Again, keep in mind, full moons always bring up these emotions. So distraction, evasion, deflection is a huge theme this month. You may also find yourself getting caught up in drama, perhaps drama with outside people. Maybe this moon is causing drama in your life. And so for you, the key is going to be remaining steadfast on your own path, in your own truth, regardless of what's going around you in the peripheral, and staying the course, being consistent, being dedicated, being true to yourself. Aquarius is all about authenticity, and this gate, actually gate 60, coincides to both Aquarius and Capricorn. So there's a little bit of both influences there, even though this is the full moon in Aquarius. So you may also become aware of things that are kind of taking you off course. Now, this could be very obvious, or it could not be so obvious. And the key here for you is to become self-aware, to really discern within your own self. Hey, ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Why am I taking this action? Why am I feeling the need to do this right now? So gate 60, but there's no gate 3. So you may be feeling like the pressure and the amplification of the need to do something, either because you're running out of time, because you feel stuck. Gate 60 is the gate of limitations. So things that are limiting you now at this time may really be revealed to you, or you're just hyper aware, and so this will cause a distraction. Maybe it's not some grand revelation, it's just heightened energy, and all of a sudden the things that you normally felt limited or stuck by now are becoming deal breakers, now are becoming absolutely unbearable. And so the key here for you is to be aware of that. Make that mental checklist. Don't do anything too much yet. Don't do anything drastic yet. Again, full moons are not the time to uproot your entire life. More so, it's the time to accept and embrace these things and allow the mutation to occur naturally, as gate 60 would say. Gate 60 is all about the acceptance of limitations. I want to go back to this idea of deflection for a minute, because I think it's really important for us to be aware so we're not running from things. Now, what are we evading? What are we trying to avoid? What are we distracting ourselves from? Is it thoughts? Is it feelings? Is it the outside world, things going on in the world? What is it for you? This is a great time to be aware of yourself and notice the patterns you have, and And really be honest with yourself and give yourself what you need, because that pressure, anything that we're feeling limited by, again, it's located in the root center. So it's basic needs for survival, shelter, money, health needs, right? It's not frivolous desires or things that you can live without. They just make your life easier. This is very basic: water, food, shelter, family, things like that. So that pressure from the root center may really cause you to become very restless. And so again, going back to this idea of not doing anything too rash, because you have this building pressure within, you're feeling very restless. You may see anything as like that final nail in the coffin. But keep in mind that Gate 60 is here to remind us that the magic is in the acceptance of the limitation, right? When it comes to manifestation in our physical form, when it comes to bringing anything new about in the real world, we have to work with the structures that we have in place already. We can't just tear the structures down and then start over. Gate 60 really talks about understanding that we need structures, but not becoming too over reliant on them. We need systems in place, right? Our light, our consciousness needs this physical body. It is the consciousness within the form, and it's the consciousness that's important, not so much the structure. So we may actually find, you may find yourself prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your essence over the systems that you've put in place in your world, over the systems that have been placed upon you. You may find yourself realizing and coming to terms and accepting that things have to change, that maybe you have to get a little uncomfortable. Again, now is not necessarily the time to just quit your job and go full force, or, move across the country and sell everything. But now is a great time to really ask for the guidance, because everything comes in due time, and this moon is really about timing as well. And timing is really hard, I think, for a lot of us to accept or understand. We want things now. We want change now. We want progress now. We want a new world now, right? But things need to be in place. Things need to move in place. There needs to be that go ahead. We can't just go from 0 to 60. We have to implement new structures while we dismantle old ones. And so this is a great time to really come to terms with what needs to be dismantled. Because until we can know what that is, we don't really know what to build moving forward. We might have ideas of, life would look great like this, but what if that doesn't fit, because what actually needs to go isn't going to create a hole for that new thing to replace, right? There is a theme of common sense with this moon as well, just being really practical. We don't need to do all these crazy rituals, right? If you even want to bring it into your ritual work here with the new moon, keep it really practical, keep it sensible, keep it grounded in your physical reality. Make really important plans, set really important goals, get real with yourself. What is it that I need to release and let go of at this time? Because here's the thing, manifestation, true progress and true change, true evolution is hard as shit. It's not easy, and it's not fluffy, and it's not love and light. And so in order for us to get to that ideal, we really have to embrace and accept the difficult work now. So now is the time to really set intentions for strong new foundations, to release anything that doesn't foster or support new ideas, new ideologies, new identities, new beliefs. This is very altruistic energy as well, and it's supportive of the collective as a whole. So you may find yourself becoming very in tune with the people around you, the beings around you. And this moon wants us to remember that we are all sentient beings, and all sentient beings have a place in this planet, in this world, and without one, the other struggles to survive. This moon also wants to remind us that our dissatisfaction, our sadness is only because we're becoming impatient with the process. And so during the next few days, really take time to slow down, take time to nurture yourself, take time to remember who you are, and take time to really connect to that deeper sense of belonging to the world, to each other, and have compassion for not only yourself and others, for getting impatient, for feeling sad, for feeling stressed out and overwhelmed. But then try and remember in the timing of it all, and try and really tap into that faith and trust that everything is always working out for us. And there is something much larger at play supporting us. And in order for us to realize that dream, we need to blend both the practical and the spiritual. If you want to continue further, you can head over to my YouTube channel. I will be pulling cards over there. I have a collective message and then message for each human design type. If you are a manifestor and you are interested, I am hosting a full moon healing circle tomorrow. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the root center and particularly the sacral center and talk about timing and pressure and releasing stress and shoulds around those things. A little bit of deconditioning work together. I think that could be really powerful if we do it together. But if not, I will see you next time. Feel free to follow along for more. Sign up to my email list for weekly transit information. And I love ya. Thanks for being here. Hello, my friends. So we are back. From the first portion of the video, and now we're into the tarot reading. So how this is going to work is this is actually a spread I created in the energy of this full moon. You can see it by, I have it all linked below if you want to check out the post in the spread and do it yourself. But so I'm going to do just a collective reading, and then I'm going to pull oracle cards for each human design type and get a little bit more specific there. So I'm actually using the Muse Tarot today. This is a new tarot deck, a new to me tarot deck. So the first thing we're going to ask is, how can we ease our mind at this time, Spirit? The full moon in Aquarius, how can we ease our mind at this time? So we have the Muse of Voices, which, to be honest, I don't know. I'm assuming the Muse probably means the page or the queen, but I think it's probably going to be the page in my mind. That's how I'm getting it anyway. So Spirit is really wanting us to remember that we are kind of like, things are happening on the peripheral. Things are happening in a realm, in a way that we are not privy to. So when we feel impatient, when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel stressed out, when we feel forgotten, when we feel chaotic, when we find ourselves wishing and yearning to kind of remain balanced, remain centered. You see here on this card, there's this little genie lamp below, and then she's hovering over the water, she's hovering over the rocks. So to me, this is asking for things, wishing for things, manifesting in the energy of chaos, of fear, of lack, of heavy emotions. And I'm getting this message here that as we walk our path, when we feel the fear and do it anyway, when we embrace the heaviness and the uncertainty, what we actually do is we're orchestrating incredible transformation on another realm, in another part of, in another dimension that then will physically ground and manifest. And we need to keep walking forward. We need to keep moving forward towards the direction of our desires, of our dreams, of the things we want, of the world that we envision for not only ourselves, but for the globe at large. We need to keep walking, because every step forward creates that momentum, and every step forward creates this perfect storm and this swirl and this energetic vortex in another realm. And the more we keep walking, the further down it comes, and eventually we'll find it anchored into our physical reality. But if we are allowing ourselves to get caught up in the storm and the chaos instead of remaining in the eye of it And moving forward, we're going to maybe not even find that we're like not getting it or it's messing it up. We're just going to feel the heaviness. We're going to feel the lack. We're going to feel the despair. We're going to feel sad, because we're aware of the lack of the new thing. We're aware of the lack of the newfound creative expression. We're aware that we're just kind of in limbo, walking through no man's land, if you will. And keep in mind that all of these cards, I didn't say this, so I'm saying keep in mind, but I didn't tell you. All of these cards, all these questions I'm asking are filtered through the lens of the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is associated with gate 60, which is the gate in which the moon is activating right now. And so I want to filter everything through the lens of this Hanged Man. So this spirit is saying how you can ease your mind at this time is you can reframe and flip around the way in which you see the period, the pause before the new. You can allow that pressure that you feel to overcome you, or you can allow it to expand you. You can say, this is too much, I have to let it go, I have to release it. Or you can say, this is a lot, my physical vessel needs more space. I need to expand so I can hold it. Versus pushing it out. Because pushing it out is the premature action. Pushing it out is not what needs to be done at this time. We need to hold it. We need to create a stronger foundation, a sturdier vessel. So it's not how can I get rid of it? It's not how can I deflect? It's how can I hold this space? Spirit, what in our world needs acceptance at this time? What in our world needs acceptance? Okay, the Muse is not the page, by the way, because we just got the page. So we got the Page of Wands and the Lovers. Ooh. You could be replaying a memory. Okay, so I kind of see this as you, this Page of Wands here. I kind of see this as you. And then I kind of see this Lover's card as like the clarification of this little cloud above her head. So you could be replaying a memory. You could be thinking about something that you really want. You could be daydreaming about it. You could be thinking about a relationship, something that felt very divine, something that was definitely a huge part of your life, for better or for worse. You could be really replaying that now. And so Spirit is saying like this event needs to be accepted. You need to accept what happened, and maybe you have on some level, but there's something that's still got an emotional hook in you. And so Spirit is saying that it's time to, I don't want to say let it go, because I think that there's something in it that holds purpose for you. It's almost like it's time to transmute this. You see here, it looks like the lotus, and then the lotus flipped upside down. So there's this mirroring effect. There's this transmutation that's happening. There's this reversal of sorts. And it could just be allowing that to, there's something, if it's replaying, maybe ask what you can use from it. Maybe there's something coming up for you, something that you're meant to create from it, something that you are meant to, you haven't initiated yet in your life, something that you, some tweak that like you're missing the lesson. And that's why it keeps coming up in your head. Let's clarify this. Clarify the Lovers for me. This could just be you needing to step into decisiveness. You could be all abstract, and Spirit is saying you need to be more clear. So you need to accept the direction you want to move in. Tell me. I don't want to take that. Tell me more about the Lovers card. Clarify the Lovers card for me. Okay. Something could have 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Something could have shown up for you and you're a little wishy-washy about it. You're maybe waffling back and forth. You are this could be a new level of maturity is I think what I'm trying to say here. We've got clarifying the Lovers, we have the Fool card, and awakening, which I believe is judgment. Again, this is a brand new to me deck. Wow, look at these cards. I'm obsessed. I feel like there's a mismatch here between where you are, where you want to go, and the actions that you're taking, the things that you're putting forward. And I almost feel like it's not like a specific thing you need to take action on. It's an energetic shift that needs to be made. And Spirit is saying you need to accept that the only thing that you need to accept at this moment in time is stepping into this new presentation, is stepping into this new form, is taking that proverbial leap, right? At what point in time do we become the only ones holding ourselves back? At what point in time are we completely embodied in the Fool energy? We have nothing left attached to us. It's just the memories that we have, or we're refusing to move forward, and that's what's keeping us here. There could be something though, like some memory you're having, and then all of a sudden there's this like aha moment, and that releases you and allows you to step forward from a more heart-centered space to lead with your heart. Perhaps your heart has been a little closed off. Maybe this is something that happened, a relationship you had that really closed your heart off, and now like Spirit is saying, hey, this next level is here. This huge leap is available to you. We just need to kind of get rid of this one last piece. I need you to know and trust that you are, you're showing up as the page, but I don't really think you're the page. I think it's just how you still see yourself, or what's the difference between you going from the page to the Knight, or the page to the Queen, or the page to the King, is releasing whatever this memory, this loop is, that you've been replaying in your head, that you've maybe been manifesting from and you don't even realize it. I also think Spirit is saying that whatever this is definitely something from the past, this Lovers card, and whether this is a relationship, a job, a friendship, a period of your life, a place you lived in, a car you had, like whatever this thing is that the Lovers represents. I think another thing Spirit is saying is that, yes, how you feel is valid. How you feel is valid, what you desire is valid, what you want is valid, but it's time to shift out of that physical 3D lusty energy and step into the higher perspective. With the Fool, and you see, like this ladder up into the sand, it's stepping into this higher perspective. You need to accept the higher purpose. Because right now, the higher purpose is what's at play and what matters. And if you want this thing anyway, the higher purpose, there's dimensions to it. And so now it's time to accept the higher dimensions of it and to kind of live from that space. Spirit, what is the main source of imbalance in our lives that are affecting our well-being? More about this. Clarify the needs of inspiration, please. Clarify the needs of inspiration, please, Spirit. Ace of Voices. Okay, let's look at this card for a minute together. Main source of imbalance that's affecting our well-being. We've got fire and we've got swords with the Ace of Voices. Whatever this is could be blocking your clarity, could be blocking your connection, your crown chakra, your head, your inspiration. Okay, I'm getting a message about inspiration. There's ego inspiration, there's forced inspiration, there's creation with an agenda, and then there's a divine channel. There's that clear intuitive hit, that clear insight, that pure agendaless creation. And I think what this is saying is you've been more from the ego-based me perspective versus I am a vessel, I am a tool. There's been an attachment. Clarify the muse of inspiration. Clarify the muse of inspiration, Spirit. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Money, 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 money. 5 + 2 = 7. Waiting, impatience, fruition, nurturing, growth. You've been trying to force it. You've been trying to force it because maybe you feel like you don't have enough. You're aware of the imbalance physically. You are aware of, you feel, you're noticing the lack. You feel like you're not doing enough. Maybe you feel like you need to keep up. You could be feeling like you need to keep up. You could be doing too much. You could be doing the most right now, but it's not coming from a clear space. It's coming from like a forced and strategized space. And you could actually be becoming or exhibiting behavior of or choosing to look like someone you're not. You see these two very different energies here on both of these sets of cards. Sorry, I'm doing really bad at showing you this. We've got the dark and the light. We've got the dark and the light. You've been kind of leaning like more with your alter ego almost. You're just like caught up in the web. You're caught up in the matrix. You're caught up in the system. You're caught up in the system. You're caught up in the structure. You're not flowing. You're not allowing life to happen of its own accord. You're trying to manipulate and control the events and the way things go down, the way things transpire, because you feel like you're going to gain something from it, or you're trying to get where you're going. You know where you're going, so you're trying to get there faster. But that's not how that works. In fact, the quantum leap comes in this pause. The quantum leap comes in the waiting. That's when the leap happens. The leap doesn't happen because you navigated your way there. You strategized your way there. It happens because you took the pause. This could also be disconnection from your body. You could be very disconnected from your body right now. So whether that's what you need to start moving more, you need to start getting dressed in the morning and actually putting effort into your outfit, putting on makeup, embracing your sensuality, touching yourself, hugging your curves, holding your chest or your butt, or, pleasuring yourself, like whatever needs to happen to reconnect with your body. But I also think it's really I don't have enough, so I need to get it, versus I have all that I need. You see the imagery of the roses here on the 5 of materials. There's 5 roses here. She's holding 2, but there's so many all around her. And I really do see this as the imbalance is you feel like you have to beg or plead, or you're waiting, you're being punished. But really it's to notice it all around you, whether that's abundance or prosperity or love or friendship or connection or magic or beauty, or if you're feeling lonely, right? Okay, so if you're feeling lonely and you really want to manifest a relationship, so you're on all the dating apps and you're going on dates, but you're not feeling the connection. You're not the person that you are desiring or trying to manifest is not coming in. So then you try and like manipulate your way into it. You stick around with people that maybe aren't meant for you, and you don't like them, or they're not right for you. But again, you're trying to control and manipulate your way to it. But really what needs to happen is you need to recognize your soulmate in every person you encounter, whether that's the cashier at the store, whether that's the gas station attendant, whether that's your coworkers, your parents, your grandparents, the mailman. Like really, instead of manipulating your way into finding that one connection with that one person, it's to recognize the connection in everyone. Okay, so the last question before we go into card pulls, for each type, the last question is, when the timing is right, what is my next step to take? When the timing is right, what is our next step to take, Spirit? When the timing is right, what is the next step to take? When the timing is right, what is the next step to take? The 3 of Swords came out in reverse. The timing's right. What is the next step to take? The 5 of Wands. Clarify the 5 of Wands. And Pentacles. And the Moon. Wow. And Death on the bottom. And 8 of Cups. This is heavy releasing. Embracing the void for now. And when the timing is right, how will you know the time is right? Let's talk about that. I think how we'll know the time is right is this 3 of Swords. It kind of came out like this. So to me, this is Spirit saying you'll know the timing is right because when you enter back into the arena, right, with the 5 of Wands, when you kind of step back into the limelight, step back into the competition, you're going to not be coming from this space of lack, this space of like attack, this space of aggression and claiming what's yours, and competition, quite literally competing. You're going to be, there's this giant ant next to me. And I feel like now that means I must look up ant spirit animal, because there's a giant ant. Okay, let's look it up. Pause. Okay. Get organized, help build strong communities, trailblazer, self-confidence, encourages self-confidence, message of patience, whatever's going on right now. You can't be so impetuous. Focus on teamwork to achieve something. I do really see that here in this 5 of, oh my God. Hold on, I need to collect myself. Y'all, I can't even. Okay. So I live in this like little teeny weeny cottage, and there's like always a little spiders, like daddy long legs and stuff, and I kind of just let them live. So I was talking about the ant spirit animal, and I was watching the ant climb up my wall, and it was huge. And then I watched a daddy long leg attack it, descend on it, fall all the way down off my ceiling onto my desk, which is why I jumped back. And now the ant is MIA, and the daddy long leg, I just have no idea. So what the does that mean? What does that even mean? Okay, let's break this down. Let's go to the ant. Okay, so focusing on teamwork, life-changing opportunities. Things might seem overwhelming, but you're going to have good fortune in the end. Ants are the ultimate planners. No matter how chaotic, they manage to stay controlled and focused. That's very much gate 60, full moon vibes. Ants are fighters. They're strong. They live in that community. Cooperative and hardworking. Okay, so now let's look up spider totem. I know that means like feminine energy and creation, receptivity, patience, creativity, shadow side. So interesting. So I feel like that's a message of like, don't allow your shadow almost to kind of overcome and like take over your hard work, what you've been planning, like what you've been working so hard towards. You'll know it's time, because you'll emerge and you'll be out of this competition energy and into this very harmonious with this 10 of cups. You see everyone under the tree of roses. There's enough that no matter, you don't need to stand out among the crowd. You don't need to do anything specific to get the attention. You just need to be yourself, and you'll know the timing is right. The timing is always right when you're in that place. When you start to feel yourself slipping back into judgment and comparison and anger and pain and self-doubt and insecurity and feeling that like someone is getting something over you, that's not the time. That's not the vibe. That's not when you need to take action. Taking action is when you're coming from a space of, I contribute to the whole. I see the uniqueness in everyone. I understand, like I'm in my own lane doing my own work. And that's when everything clicks into place. And until then, you navigate the void. But that void is not about anyone else. It's about you. Okay, we're going to pause this here. So first up, we're going to pull a message for the generator. Spirit, what is the message the generator collective needs to hear most from you today for the full moon in Aquarius, activating gate 60? What is the message? Opportunity. Okay, so right now you could be getting approached by a lot of people. you could have a lot of things to respond to at this moment in time. And I love that it's the cat or pillar. So cat, using your instincts, using your reflexes, knowing when the exact moment is to strike and to snag the opportunity, but also knowing that like what's for you cannot miss you. So it's not so much your precision and timing and striking, it's your precision and energy that you show up to respond in. And caterpillar, it's not quite the butterfly yet, it's still in the cocoon. So I think what this is saying is use extra discernment at this time when you're agreeing to things, when you're responding to things. Are you truly is this truly what you want to respond to? Is this truly letting you up? Are you truly if you have an emotional authority, right? Are you in the emotional space to respond to it and receive it? You know, cats will lie in wait and stalk their prey for a long time. They don't feel that need to just go after it gung-ho and rush it. It's very calculated. It's very planned. And also, I think if you play your cards right, if you really navigate this energy well, and maybe you let the tray go past you, right, a few times at the party, by the time this energy clears, the opportunity that's there for you is going to be a lot more, it's going to be a lot bigger, but I think it's going to be a lot more fully realized and fleshed out. And you will really know, like, yes, this is a strong yes, or no, this is a strong no. Messages for our reflectors. Messages for the Reflector Collective, Spirit. What does the Reflector Collective need to know at this time for the full moon in Aquarius activating gate 60? You need to be more specific. Got the dream thief and the eye of the needle. You need to be more specific. You see how he's like protecting it. He's like, no, you can't have this. You know, I don't really think he's quite stolen it from you. I think he's I think something is being withheld from you. And I think that's because you need to be a lot more specific about what it is that you are asking for, what your intentions are with the thing. And again, it's just going down to timing. It's not time yet. Things need to be revealed. You need to have a better understanding. It's just not time yet, right? You guys are the lunar authority. So you know that timing is everything. And you know that things take a while to percolate and to feel clear and to feel grounded and to feel real. I think the gap in time is closing. I think you know it's closing. And so the way for you to speed up this process is to continue to be more intentional, to stay so specific and on your game and clear, like having crystal clear energy, thoughts, words, actions, space, home. Don't, because the time, I have a really itchy tongue right now. I don't know why. Sometimes I get itchy when I channel, but the time, you know, don't get jaded and don't slip up and fall back into old patterns or kind of like rest on your laurels. Don't go on autopilot. Now is not the time to go on autopilot. Maybe by the 30th of the month. Hang in there. Hang in there. Message for the Manifesting Generator Collective for the full moon in Aquarius activating gate 60. What message does the Manifesting Generator Collective need to hear? You guys need to play more. Look at that. What is lighting you up? Get creative. You have so much life force energy inside of you, so much sexy, yummy, vibrant energy. You need to embrace that. You need to do all the things. Allow yourself to do all the things. Channel this energy, super creative. And don't channel it from a place of productivity. If you like to draw in your spare time, draw. If you used to play an instrument, pick up that instrument again. If you like to sing or dance interpretively in your kitchen to clear energy, do whatever you need to do to have fun. That's how you can shift things for yourself, is to really channel this heavy energy that you may be feeling creatively and transmute it that way, alchemize it that way, create something from it. Who cares if you look silly? You are the bender, so you can take 3 modalities and turn it into one. Really have fun with it. Really play within the structure. We're bound by limitations, but we don't have to limit ourselves. That's the duality, and that's the paradox of this world. Color outside the lines. Sing off key. Blend the polka and dubstep together, you know, like really experiment. Something might come of that. Okay. Projector Collective. What message should we have for the projectors? For the full moon in Aquarius, activating gate 60. What message should we have for the projectors? Okay, projectors, you really need to rest. You have been, I think, really doing a lot. I think you've been really feeling yourself wanting to slip back into rest, wanting to let go of something, wanting to pull back your energy, wanting to take a nap, not wanting to work anymore, not wanting to talk to people at the moment. Like, I think you've been feeling that for a while, but for whatever reason, you either feel like it's your duty, you feel guilty for doing that, or you really care about whatever this project is, whatever this, you know, whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing at the moment. I think you really care about it. You care about the future of it. You care about the potential of it. You care about doing it right. But Spirit is saying your energy is getting pulled apart. Your energy is kind of splitting. It's becoming frayed, and you really do need to let go, to delegate, to trust that the best way for you to protect something and care for it is to also protect and care for yourself. And you need to, I think that can be hard for you, but Spirit is saying, why not try? What's the worst that could happen? If you think you already know how it goes, then you know what to expect. But what if you did this and everything went perfectly? What if that was exactly like nothing went wrong, and that in fact, when you pull back, things got better? I really do see as you feeling some kind of obligation to something, and the message here is to let it be for a minute. It won't fall apart without you. It will still be there when you get back. And in fact, maybe the thing you think it is not really what it is at all. And by the time you get back, you'll realize that, and you'll be able to put your best foot forward and implement new structures, new changes, new ideas, and have a clear mind as well when you return. Okay. And last but not least, Spirit, what message do you have for the manifestors for the full moon in Aquarius, activating gate 60? We got obstacles. It came out in reverse. Let's get one more. Clarify obstacle. Clarify the wall, please. Clarify the wall, please. Oh my gosh. So funny. This came out and then I put it back, so I didn't feel. Okay, so this kind of flipped out in reverse, the wall, and then we've got overflow. So I think it's twofold. I think this is a message that things that have felt like blocks and limitations are going to be dissolving now. You might fall into a windfall of things. But I also think that it's time for you to really start visualizing and speaking what you want into existence. Every single moment that you feel like you're hitting a wall, every single moment that you feel like you've reached an obstacle, every single moment that you feel like you're being constricted or limited or contained, I want you to see it as overwhelm and plenty. I want you to see it as overflow. I want you to tap into that feeling of overflow. You know, they say that the manifestor is the one to like see what's on the other side of the hill and lead the community there. But what if that's not only in the physical world and physically initiating things that don't exist, physically creating something new, but what if it's also energetically? You out of anyone are the one who can make something out of nothing. You are the one out of anyone who can energetically be like, this is how I feel, this is what I see, this is what I desire, and so it is. You are the one that can turn the dark wall, the brick wall, into the palace, into the castle with your energy. But I also think that this is a message that there is some kind of breakthrough or something coming, some kind of shift is going to happen for you. The end of times, the end of any difficulty that you've been experiencing in some aspect of your life, I do think that is about to take a turn for the better. But your energy is required for that. You need to meet spirit halfway on that. Okay, my friends, that's all I have for you today. If you resonated with this video, please give it a like. Please let me know your thoughts below. Feel free to follow me over on Instagram at Catherine.evolving. I'll link it below. You can check out my website, also linked below. Make sure to get on my email list to receive weekly emails for the energy and the transits, as well as updates from me. I've got a few things I'm working on at the moment. If you are interested in human design, I've got some sweet offers around that. I was actually just a part of a like week-long masterclass series, so I have a link for you for that if you wish to purchase it. It's with 18 experts in human design. We're all talking about all the things. You have lifetime access to the videos. I also have a masterclass called Tarot and the Major Arcana and the 5 human design types. If you are wanting to learn more about your human design type through the lens of the tarot, how to work with that to use deconditioning, definitely feel free to check out that video. But either way, if you want to hang out again, be sure to subscribe, give me a follow, and I will see you next time.